to full peace, people. I just want to touch upon something, pertaining to one of the topics I touched upon as far as dealing with the origin of, the Redman being the original man. I spoke about the four bodily humors, which is referred to as temperamental psychology. But I had a blog at one time, it was called Book of Truth. I no longer had that blog, and I had posted information pertaining to some of the topics that I'm talking about right now, especially with regards to the Redman. And I just want all you people out there to know one thing, man. My main objective is to put the Redman back on the map. Y'all, that's my main mission, man. We're gonna put the Redman back on the map, man. All this black, white, man, that's dead, man. The Redman is here. We ain't never go nowhere. We didn't die off in the deluge. You know what I mean? We have more accounts of the flood on the western land than we do in the eastern land. And when I refer to the eastern land, I'm talking about Asia, Africa, and Europe. All of that's Asia. All of that is Asia. Africa is in Asia. Europe is in Asia. All that's Asia. All that whole land. That's the name for the eastern land. The western land, we had another name for it, but today it's called America. Whether it's south, central, north, it's all America. All of it's America. This is one continuous landmass. These are the two lands that's referred to in the ancient text. It's not Ethiopia and Egypt. Those are not the two lands. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, man, they be, trying to have the history comport to some type of narrative, man, that's not true, man. You know what I mean? Because it's closing off, man. Taneta is the western land. This is Taneta, the divine land. This whole strip, from north to south, the whole strip, man. This is Taneta, the divine land of God, man. You know what I mean? And that is the eastern land. We established Tameri. When we established Menefa, you know what I mean, and erected that throne, man, now we had two thrones. One throne over here in Taneta, and the other throne, man, being set up in Menefa, which got transferred to Anu, Heliopolis. Menefa, they called it Memphis. You know what I mean? But it started right there. When we set that first throne up, man, that was the first global empire in recorded history because we had unified the two lands. And it's not symbolized by the glyph that you see with Haru and Set. You know what I mean? That was a civil agreement. But that wasn't no unification of no two lands. That time and not ceremony only relate, man, to settling the civil discord that existed between the people of Tameri and the people of Taseti. You know what I mean? That's what that was about, man. But the glyph that pertains to the joining of the two lands is a glyph of two men with parcels of land on their head. That time and not ceremony is connecting the two lands, the eastern land and the western land. This is what produced what is known as the double crown. Now, I know all of that rhetoric out there, man, talking about, the red crown symbolizes the north and the white crown of the south and all of that. Nah. Where's the throne at? If it's a double crown, where's the other throne up in Ethiopia? Where's that throne at? Where's that throne at? You know what I mean? A double crown implies a double throne. A throne for each crown. You know what I mean? We took civilization over there, man, but there's something. Let me just get back, man, to one of the main pieces that helped me, man, really put this together, man, and realize, man, that I was a red man and not a black man. When I delved into the temperamental bodily humors. And it was something that I had wrote that I'm going to read from right quick when I began to understand the characteristics of what a dimension is from an etymological perspective. But while studying up on the Latin word for mind, I learned that temperament means to mix in the right proportion or measure. Now, I was curious as to what it was that was being mixed in the right portion. And it led me back, man, to the four bodily humors of blood, black bile, yellow bile, and phlegm. The four bodily humors is what really, really made me understand what that was all about. Because those bodily humors, man, can be seen in what is referred to as the phenotype. You know what I mean? And the phenotype is what reveals your bodily humor. Mine is red. So my bodily humor is red. You know what I mean? Both of my parents. You know what I mean? Long line, man. Like I said, man, all I got, man, on both sides of my family is, you know, what was referred to as Indian, who have been misnominated so many times throughout history, man. Nobody else, man, on the planet has been renamed so many times as us. Nobody. And then, you know, I question that, man. Well, why is that, man? Why they keep bouncing around our identity, man, shifting us, man, to being Moors and Israelites and all this other crazy stuff, man. We ain't none of those things, man. All of that stuff, man, came from the Eastern land, and they brought it here to the Western land. You know what I mean? The word black, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I tried to explain before, man, that word black, man, it outlived its usefulness, man. It was only being employed, man, after coming off of the Jim Crow. This is from, you know, the time of the Civil Rights Movement, man. This is when we start to move and accept this black identity. You know what I mean? And when the Black Panther Party established themselves in 1966, James Brown, 2 years later, man, dropped that magical song, man, said loud, I'm black and I'm proud. You know what I mean? So we started to take on a new attitude because, man, this was a revolution to fight the oppression that we was dealing with. You know what I mean? So we started to unify in that. Yo, they had to break that up. You know what I mean? They had to destroy, man, us, man, identifying ourselves because they wanted us to become American Negroes. You know what I mean? I'm not no American Negro. Never have been and never will be. You know what I mean? That word, man, did not originally apply to us over here, man. Indian and Negro are not synonymous terms. They're not synonymous terms, man. You know what I mean? And the better the dictionaries you can get back, man, that has the meaning of words, man, as they apply to that time, you can get to understand a much more clearer picture as opposed, man, to the definitions that they give today, man, which is nothing but lies and deceptions, man, to mislead the uneducated. You think you're educated, man, but yo, y'all not studying like that, man. You know what I mean? You got to dig deep, man, to uncover the truth, man. It's buried deep inside the mire. So get your shovels out, become a miner, and get to digging for the jewels. They not on the surface. Ain't nothing valuable on the surface, man. You gotta dig deep. That's what I want to get back to. Those four bodily humors: blood, sanguinity, black bile, melancholy, the yellow bile is caloric, and the last one is phlegm. You know, and those dispositions, man, are characteristics of who you are. And once I was able to say, okay, now I know that these are the sanguine people, these are the melancholic people, these are the caloric people, these are the phlegmic people. You know what I mean? So, yo, just by looking at their behavior, yo, you can begin to see who they are. Now, you can stand my people against, man, anybody, and I can identify them. You know what I mean? So, that's why, man, that black thing, man, like I said, during the time of the Civil Rights Movement is when we began to use that. And they had to get rid of it. And when we got rid of the American Negro, they had the Supreme Court had to abandon use of that, man, back in 1988 or 1980 or sometime during the 1980s. They had to stop using that. And they was mad about that because they wanted that American Negro to be stamped on us for the rest of our lives, man. They branded us. You know what I mean? And then right after that, you know, because during the Civil Rights Movement, yo, we also moved into not just the black, but also the soul era. You know what I mean? This is when we was referred to as soul brothers and soul sisters. We ate soul food and danced on the soul train. You know what I mean? It was all about soul, man. Unity and love, man. That's what it was about during that time, man. And they had to mess that up, man. Can't let us, man, become, man, comfortable in our own skin. History, man, demonstrates that since they arrived over here, man. Yo, they can't let us stay in our own skin. And we got ample history over here, man, showing that we are the people of the red land. I'm going to be sharing some of this information, man, with y'all, man, you know, as we go along. I'll be posting it so that, man, y'all can go and look at some of this information for yourself, man. Like the gospel of the Redman. I know a lot of y'all ain't heard nothing about that. You know, our history, man, you know, is the red man history. Not the black man history, but the red man history. And you need to start, man, opening your eyes, man, and start digging into that, man. You know what I mean? And trying to understand, man, why they trying to eradicate, man, everything pertaining to red, man. Like, man, these Native Americans, you know what I mean, with their boycott, man, when they had teachers in their schools who made complaints against, man, one of the crayon colors in the Crayola spectrum of colors, which was Indian red. I grew up with Indian red. You know what I mean? They talking about, oh, there's confusion amongst their students because their students mistook the crayon color Indian red as being the color of the American Indians. So, man, they had Crayola remove the name and replaced it with chestnut. You know what I mean? So that was the pressure, man, that those Native Americans, man, put on them, man, to cover up something, man, that can wake us up, man, to who we really are, man. We are the red people. Period. You know what I mean? But what's more interesting about this, man, is the bogus reason that Crayola came up with as to why they named the crayon color Indian red. You know what I mean? And they claimed that they did it for some reason. They found some soil near Hindustan along the Indus River. The H in there is silent. So you can drop the H, man, and this is how they got the I, man, and refer to them, and this is how they began to adopt the name Indian. But it's Hindus. They refer to them Hindustan. You know what I mean? Hindus. You know what I mean? Yo, man, that, you know, and taking the H is silent. It's not a hard H sound. You know what I mean? So they said they found some soil near this place, and they named this crayon color Indian red after this color of soil that they found over there in present day India. Near or in present day India. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's not the reason why you did that, man. You know what I mean? But that's the excuse that they put out there. You know? Then they start challenging the sports organizations, man, for all paraphernalia, logos, or anything, man, that pertains, man, to copper-colored red Indian mascots and all this stuff. The Washington Redskins, they don't want them to have that name no more. You know what I mean? So I'm noticing, man, that, man, everything pertaining to red, man, they trying to cover up, man, with a black and white cover of deception. You know what I mean? We getting it from both sides, man. We getting it from the black side and we getting it from the white side, man. You know what I mean? Like there's a tug of war, man. Nah, man, we ain't in the middle of none of that, man. You know what I mean? We ain't got nothing to do with that, man. We are the red people of the earth, man. We're the blood of the earth. We're not the black bow. We're not the yellow bow. Nor are we the flint, man. We are the blood of the earth. And that takes me back to the name of Adam, man. His name means, man, it actually, man, is connected to blood. And his name literally means, man, son of the red earth. Kind of similar to what we say over here, man. We are the children of the red land. This is the land of the red man. You know what I mean? So, you know, man, I know it's going to upset a whole lot of people, man, you know what I mean? Because, man, they have been so used to identifying themselves as being black, you know what I mean? They outlived this purpose, man, you know what I mean? Because, man, once we did that shit, we took on that black identity, that just opened the doors, man, for the floodgates, man, of all the people to come in, man, and exploit us, man, for their own goals. Moors and the Israelites and all these other people, man, black nationalist movements, out of African theorists, the Kemetic conscious community and all of that, man. And even they, man, you know what I mean? Even when they start talking about Egypt, man, they always talk about, man, the Nahasi side, man. Totally disregard the RUTI, man. Nobody discusses the RUTI people, man, when they talk about ancient Egyptian history. You know what I mean? And, and I'm wondering why, man. Even when I read the books of St. Anthony Diab, Dr. Benzo Cannon, you know what I mean? All of these different, I read, man, Chancellor Williams, George D. Jackson. You know what I mean? I done read, man, a lot of these works, man. You know what I mean? Because, man, I'm digging into black history. You know what I mean? And being misled, man, as to when I should have been looking into red history. Got me looking over there, man, for my roots in a land it's not my land. This is my land here. And when I began to dig into here, yo, man, this is a remarkable place, man. Y'all can, man, this land is remarkable, man. And when they finish, man, digging up the archaeological record, which they just starting to do, you know what I mean? Like they just found, man, something like 80-something pyramids in the Amazon basin, man. Yo, and they baffled, man, as to how they did that. You know what I mean? The way the soil is, man, they built land. Yo, man, like I said, man, this here, man, over here, man, it's time that the divine land, man, the land from which man life started, man. Started here and moved over there. It ain't start over there and came here. It ain't start over there and migrate this way. Nah, man, it ain't go that way. It ain't go that way. Redman was here first. You know, so if anybody, man, got any questions or comments they want to make, man, man, state what you got to state, man. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid, man, to step up, man, and try to present your side, man. If you think you can debunk what I'm saying, man, go for it. With that, man, I say peace.